Hi everybody, welcome to Perfect Pastimes. I'm Laura and we're in my happy place. It is raining quite a bit outside today. This is a great month for being indoors and enjoying this pastime. I'm having so much fun with my sewing projects, and let's start with what I'm wearing today. I am wearing the Juliette Blouse, and this is a pattern by Sew Over It. They have done a fabulous job with instructions, and I really enjoy their patterns. You can see the line drawings there. I did the UK size 8, and yeah, there's a lot about this pattern I really like. I like the flirty collar, like the collar details. I do like the hem on the bottom. Let me show you that because I'm wearing it tucked in right now, but let me untuck it. Because if you like a little more coverage or whatnot, it is a bit longer and it has a nice hem and good coverage on the back. Yeah, very, very fun. I did find this fabric, the hearts, found this at Joann's Fabrics. It's a rayon challis and it's stitched up very nice. You know, I will say about Sew Over It and Lisa, she started with a passion of teaching people, you know, how to sew, and she designed patterns. And I stumbled on her in 2016. I was still working full time, but my kids were kind of getting launched into the world and started to have more time. And she really intrigued me, and I really enjoyed watching her vlogs. And then she introduced me to the PDF pattern, which was, an eye-opener for me because it was like instant. You could download the pattern and then print it on your home printer, and there's directional lines on there. You just take a little Scotch tape and tape it together. Voila, you just cut out your pattern. It was really fun. And I like her patterns too because they have somewhat of a little vintagey vibe to them. I mean, they have contemporary designs too, but yeah, Lisa did a fabulous job with her business, and it grew, leaps and bounds. Now I understand it's Rosie, and Rosie is terrific as well. Yeah, so she really inspired me. And then I would say about 2 years later, in about 2018, I discovered Maxie Makes, Maxie, Maxie Makes. And she had a little online class where it was a monthly subscription. It wasn't very expensive. Boom, in the mail came my little binder with the tabs, and every month I got the fabrics and her video link, and wow, she taught me how to do quilting. I mean, I learned such fabulous skills from her, and we made, smaller size projects in the beginning and built our skills, of course, but I learned all kinds of things from her, from, all the piecing, flying geese and half square triangles, even paper piecing, and we did table runners, we did wall hangings, we did pillows, and I learned how to do that pillow envelope back on the pillow, and we did a quilt, and I would say she taught me the quilt stitching and how to do the binding. Was really nice. I think it was called A Quilty World, and I really, really enjoyed it. And by the way, these two ladies really had a big influence on me, and I'm still getting tons of joy out of this pastime. So yeah, big thank you to them, I'll say. I discovered many others online from, going forward, but that was the beginning of my journey. So anyway, let me move on to what I call what's off my needle, and start here with my little dress form. I pinned these shorts up here. Got the t-shirt on, but I pinned my shorts up. This came out better than expected. Okay, I did the Simplicity 1165 and I made these shorts here. What I like about these is the waistband. I wanted a little pajama set for warm weather. And this is a very nice soft cotton jersey, and I would say that, is it a French terry or is it a jersey? But in any case, yes, I like the details. I've got pockets, and I like that these are top stitched, and I whipped this up with my serger. I put a nice little cover stitch hem on it, and what I was about to say is my favorite part is the waistband. It's a double casing waistband, so it is not binding at all. It's wide and it's super comfortable, and that's go-to for a PJ set, right? Yeah, I'm really happy with that. That's better than I expected. Ooh, I have something really fun to share with you, or at least it was fun for me. I had a wow. I have a pair of rain pants for when I go golfing, because sometimes the weather sneaks up on you. I mean, you know, it could be a little spring drizzle, or maybe you've got an event and the weather's not cooperating, but I have a pair of rain pants that are a particular style and brand that I love, just love them. They have so many cool features to them for the weather, and they're lined. Well, I can wear them with nothing underneath and be perfectly comfortable, but also if, you know, you're out there on the, I don't know, 11th hole, and all of a sudden, you know, the weather turns on you and you get a drizzle, and so you can just take these out of your bag and slip them on over your shorts or over your pants. And I had a little trouble in that they got tight around the waist. They fit me everywhere else, and they look really cute. And you know, all of them mostly are pretty boring and black, and all the sets out there. I mean, I looked at buying another set, but these are cute. I mean, yeah, it's cute. These are cute rain pants, and it has a matching jacket, and they just fit me so well, except for that waist. So I contemplated removing the waistband, unpicking it, and trying to figure out how I could put maybe a ribbed waistband or something on there, you know, something stretchy. But anyway, I sat on it for the longest time until, out of the blue, I saw an Instagram reel that kind of went by me, and then I did a double take, and I thought, what? And I watched it again, and then I watched it again, and I'm like, you know what? I can do that. And it really is, it's just an expansion panel for a pair of pants. Yeah, you can do it as little or as much as you want, and you really just cut into the side seam. Now these pants do have they have a pocket on the back, and they have a pocket on the front with flaps, and I did not want to ruin the integrity of those pockets because I use them. So I was very careful about how I did this, and I really only needed an inch or two. So yeah, I'm going to show you what I did here. This is my little expansion panel. I know it comes up kind of dark, but I've got one on both sides here, and I'm very tickled with it. These pants have a feature in that they have this little band that slips into a casing in the back, and there is like an elastic on it. So I can actually make these pants tighter, or, you know, snugger or looser if I want to. For instance, without, you know, something on underneath, I might want them a little tighter. So yes, I will show you without that band in the way, but I'm very happy with this. Now I'll show you on the inside as well, because this is lined, so it's on both sides. What I did in a nutshell is, and maybe you've seen this, but I just took a piece of fabric about, I think it was 5 inches wide and maybe 8 inches long, but I'm going to use this 5-inch square as an example. So yes, you just take your piece of fabric. You've got to work out how much, you know, expansion you want. I just folded a hem in on both sides. You didn't have to fold this much. I'm just fold in both sides, and then fold it in half. Okay, so you have your strip here in half. Then you're going to do stitching down just across the middle, and you'll have like this, just some stitching across the middle. Then when you open up your fabric, you're going to form a V. Again, it was folded, and you're going to open the fabric on both sides and then sandwich it together, and you'll get this V, and you press that, right? Then you take your scissors and you cut right here about 1/8 of an inch into that tip. Now your pants, of course, you cut down the side seam, and I didn't need to go very far. I probably went a little further than I needed to, but you just cut straight down the side seam, and it will open up. And then you take this little panel and you slip it in there down and snuggle that V point into your cut. And then of course you're going to start here, and you're going to stitch up here and then stop. Then you want to fold your top edges over to meet the waistband. Then you'll keep sewing up across and then to where you started your stitch. And you have a expansion panel. I am absolutely overjoyed with this alteration. It has made these pants fit me beautifully, absolutely beautifully. And this little tab goodie, I mean, I can do it loose or I can do it tight, either one. I did actually, I'll show you what I did. I added to the waist, I cut the elastic, and I added an elastic panel right here. I just added a little patch to the elastic so that I could get a little bit more room on that elastic panel, because you know this little tab panel thing, it just feeds into this channel in the back of the pants. And so I have a little, isn't that great? It's just awesome. Just awesome. I mean, I'm just so happy. I can't believe it. I've got my rain pants back, and I'm delighted. And I don't have to buy another pair. I mean, I know it sounds silly, but these are great. I do not have to take my golf shoes off to put these on my, on my body. They've got these great leg openings on the bottom, and that close up really nice. All the pockets have flaps, and well, anyway, I don't need to wax on about that, but I am just tickled beyond. Anyway, that was fun. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you my quilting FOs. Yes, I have some finished objects to share, so I'm going to stand up and show you those. So stick with me. I'm going to start here with Crossroads. This is what I call this particular quilt. She's all done. Bindings on. Aren't those fabrics beautiful? Yes. Listen, I got these fabrics left over from a block of the month quilt that I did back in 2020. It was my first block of the month. This is the backing. I actually pieced that backing, but it's nice that you can't see the seams too much. I will show you my labels. Aren't those cute? Yes. And the stitch pattern is a floral, but I wish you could see the stitch thread. It is so cute. The stitch thread is actually a shiny coral color, and it's really, really, really adorable. I just love it. Anyway, that's my Crossroads, and she finished out at 56 by 56, totally scrap fabric, and that's delightful because that's free to me, right? I've got a pattern for that, and I That crossroads block I found on Lori Holt's vlog about scrap quilting, and it's just 2.5 inch squares. It's really easy and it's really fun. Turned out pretty. The other one that I have got here to show you is called Charm Pack Chili, and this one's kind of like a little palette cleanser because actually it's so simple and it only uses 3 charm packs, which I happen to have. I happen to have some charm packs that I didn't know what I wanted to do with, and these fabrics are called 30s Playtime. And like I said, it was 3 charm packs, 5-inch squares, so that's 90 5-inch squares, and 1 of prints, and then 1 of the background, 1 5-inch square charm pack of the background, which is about 30 squares, and then about ½ yard for the border. This pattern was free off of the Fat Quarter Shop website. And what's nice about this pattern too is that you can do the table runner, which is just 1 charm pack, and also there's a larger version, and the larger version is, I want to say, boy, it's pretty big. This one is 46 by 53.5, but the larger one is I want to say it's I don't have it in front of me, but in any case, it's also got a larger one than that. That's Charm Pack Chili. I also have, I have a Flimsy, which is kind of fun. That is actually a finished quilt top that is all pieced and ready to go. Ready to go to the spa, we say, right? Yes, to the long arm quilter. And this is Waterfall. She's all ready. Very pretty. I will say that this is the backing that I chose. And this is the binding that I chose. I've got a little extra for you, little tidbit. Let me put you down a little bit. I don't know, I need to stand closer, I guess. I cut all of my binding right away, 2.5 inch width, and then I put it together, press it in half, fold it in half and press it, and then I wind it on an empty thread spool, and it'll look like this. And then it's ready as soon as I want to put the binding on. It's all ready to go. And I have an extra peg for the right next to the bobbin winder on my machine that I will then just slip this onto, and then it just stays and unwinds for me as I'm sewing it onto the quilt. Nifty 250, right? Yep, I really like that. I mean, I'm sure you guys all have your way of managing the binding, but that's how I keep it from falling off the sewing table or out of my lap, or, you know, whatever. So I thought I would share that with you. Yes. Well, my husband and I, since it's raining like crazy out here and it's snowing like crazy up in the mountains, we are itching to get up there. So we're headed to Lake Tahoe, and we're gonna go do some swish, swish. We're gonna go do some snow skiing, swish, 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 because there's gonna be lots of fresh snow up there. So I will bring a project with me probably, and hopefully I will get to do a little filming while I'm up there. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you for watching. Give me a thumbs up, please. That's like saying thank you to me for my time and effort. Yes, I wish you joy with your pastimes, being creative and being active. Have fun with it.